spot on, and last month I did have to ask to.
Right.
Yeah.
City Council come to order. Call the roll, please.
Paul. Kendall.
Here.
Norris.
Here.
Rogers.
Here.
Wellman.
Here.
Ely. Here. Godwin.
Here. Let's stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Approval of the minutes. Everyone should have received copy of the minutes from last meeting. Any additions or corrections? If not, those will stand approved. Approval of the agenda. Nothing to add at this time.
I would ask for an executive session
Okay.
after the call of council.
Okay. So we do need an executive at the end.
And I'll make a motion to approve the agenda as amended.
Motion by Mr. Godwin to approve the agenda as amended. Discussion? Call the roll.
Kendall.
Yes.
Norris.
Yes.
Rogers.
Yes.
Wellman.
Yes.
Ely. Yes. Godwin.
Yes.
Okay, moving on, public hearings. Nothing scheduled for this evening. Is anyone wishing to address council? Please step to the podium and give your name.
My name is Dara Hardiman, and my address is 3535 Salem Avenue. I'm representing an organization called Our Redemption.
Excuse me, could you tell me what the organization is again? I'm sorry.
Our Redemption.
Okay, thank you.
So I took some notes so I don't get, stage fright. Good evening, and thank you for allowing me to speak for just a few minutes with you. My purpose today is really simple. I want to introduce you to Our Redemption, but more importantly, I want to start a conversation about something that affects every community represented in this room. Recovery. We often hear the phrase, it takes a village, and when it comes to recovery, I don't think there could be a more accurate statement. When most people hear the word recovery, their mind immediately goes to drug addiction, alcohol addiction, and mental illness. But I want you to think about recovery a little differently for just a moment. All of us, each one of us, have recovered or are recovering from something. Maybe you've recovered from the loss of a loved one. Maybe you've recovered from a divorce, from financial hardship, an unhealthy relationship, an injury, a major life change, or simply a behavior or habit that had too much control over your life. So in the broad human sense, I am in recovery. You are in recovery. We've all needed recovery at some point. And what helped you through it? Just think for a moment. Who was there for you? Was it your family? Was it your friends, your church, an educator, a coworker, a doctor, your neighbors? It takes a village. It was our village. Now imagine trying to recover from a substance use disorder while also living with depression, anxiety, trauma, or another mental health challenge. Suddenly, this village has to become much more specialized for success. It may take counselors, medical professionals, case managers, recovery support personnel, community organizations, law enforcement, churches, courts, our local government, and people who are simply willing to give someone another chance. Have you ever just wanted one more chance? Because no single organization can do this alone, that's why I'm here. Our Redemption is a behavioral health, substance use disorder recovery organization We started providing services on July 6th of this year. We are located at 3535 Salem Avenue in Dayton. We provide multiple levels of treatment for supporting individuals working towards sustainable recovery, not just to check a box that last week I didn't use. Last week I didn't get high. Last week I didn't drink too much. This includes withdrawal management, partial hospitalization, intense outpatient treatment, case management services, and community employment services. This last one is what's most important to me. I was a teacher here in your community. I raised my family here in this community. Some of my family still live in this community, and it always has held a special place in my heart. So community employment services, to me, the teacher in me, is most important to provide sustainable recovery. So they must, it doesn't end just when they get done with treatment. They need to have help, people, to help them rebuild their lives, learning how to find a job, how to keep a job, how to show up every day, how to rebuild relationships, how to accept responsibility, how to become stable, and ultimately how to become healthy, productive members for their families and their communities. Darke County already has organizations that provide behavioral health and addiction services. We are not here to tell you that we're going to replace anybody. We're here to ask, what else can we do together? Maybe your community needs access to a different level of treatment than what might be readily available. Maybe there's a need for a specialized group or an organization or support. Maybe we can designate certain days or specific times for individuals to come into the area to help treat. Maybe there are services we can bring to you. Maybe there are services that you can bring folks to us. Maybe we partner with your courts, your law enforcement, your employers, your churches, your social service organization, existing treatment providers, and our community leaders. I'm not standing here today pretending that I already know what your city needs. But I do know what every community needs. And that's access to support. Not just someone who's going to tell you a story and it's all going to be great in 2 weeks, but someone who wants to become a team member with you folks so that we can better this community. I want these individuals to realize, though, that they have to make a decision too. They have to take responsibility and they have to be ready to say, I want something different for my life. I'm done. Many people get to that point and then there's nowhere for them to go. What do you Google? I need help because I'm at the end of my rope. Where do you go? That's why Our Redemption wants to be just a part of this village. Not the entire solution, just a partner in the solution. So now you have the brochures, you all know my name, you have my number. I would welcome the opportunity to sit down with any one of you, individually, as a group, as a team, with the police, with the courts, with probation. We give people something far more powerful than treatment alone. We want to give them a real opportunity to build a life worth staying in recovery for. We're here. Reach out.
Appreciate that.
Amen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone have any questions for? Okay, well, thank you again.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Step forward and state your name.
Okay.
My name is Ryan Akron. I'm an independent consultant here in Darke County, and I'm joined by my colleague today, Lucas Jackson, with Workshop and Web. This is the second time that I've been here that somebody has set things up perfectly, so I very much appreciate you. I have been in front of council before to talk about some of the crisis that we have with housing, access to care and counseling, and really some other affordability issues with our housing situation, good wages for employment. And so today, those things are still true. So we have those challenges. I think I've already addressed them, so I'm going to save your time. But But I have some good news. So today I want to talk about that piece. Later this week, my colleague and I are launching a countywide task force that we are working on a year-long initiative to develop a countywide strategic plan to identify the barriers that we have, spend 2 days identifying solutions, and then taking a year to implement those things. The first meeting is going to be on Saturday, September 19th at the Birchwood Center from 10 to 6. We invite all of the community to participate, community agencies, potential partners, and also people with lived experience. We want to make sure that the things that we're addressing in this community are led and informed by people who have suffered from addiction, people who have had challenges accessing care, people who have been homeless. This process is going to start. We are fully committed to making sure that it happens and that we come together and bring together the community resources to do these things. Part of this strategic planning process is to make sure that everything that we do is transparent. So we want to show that there is a crisis right now, and then we want to show as we do things that that crisis is being addressed. So as we get more affordable housing, as the homeless shelter opens, as other providers and caregivers come to the community, we want to show those real numbers so that the community can see not only where we started, but where we're going. During that process, we also want to provide community education. And so there's a lot of myths, there's a lot of stigma about people struggling with mental health, addictions, homelessness, and poverty. We want to make sure that the community and decision makers have information about the science behind how that type of trauma impacts our brains and bodies. And we want to have a place where we can compile and bring together those key resources. Again, there's a waiting list for mental health services. Sometimes we have to send people out of county to get those things, but we think that together, this community can solve these problems. So we will have an invitation that people can access. It will come out later this week. And so we'll be sending that to everybody here. We'll be putting it in the newspaper. We'll be letting people know how they can get involved and be a part of the solution, be a part of this task force. I'm joined with Lucas here today to talk a little bit about the technology things that we're doing behind that. So Lucas, please share.
I can do that. Thank you so much. All right, so as Ryan said, we've started working on the task force. Part of this is a technology component to bring visibility and transparency to the solutions that we're trying to provide. And with that, we have a website that's currently under development, will be launched here very soon. We've made great progress on it. One of the features of this website is to actually give people real-time information and updates on resources that are available in the community. So things like, is housing available? Where are the jobs that are available? What's the status of the homeless, the homeless shelter? So we can see in real time what those resources look like and kind of put together sort of a one-stop shop dashboard of all of Darke County's services that are available to those who are in need. So the website, what we're trying to go for is to be welcoming, inviting. It's first question is going to ask you is, what do you need? And it's for anybody who needs anything in Darke County with relation to what we're trying to do with the task force, and to get resources in the hands of people, to get real-time email updates as resources become available, and to provide an easy-to-use experience to just kind of create a one-stop shop for everything that somebody could need.
Great. Thank you, Lucas. And so really, again, I just want to say this is our, just kind of letting people know this is getting ready to launch next week. This is an invitation to everybody here, to elected officials in the community, to any community agency and community member who wants to participate. I believe that we can come together and create some real change over the next year. And so thank you very much. We will be sending that to you as soon as it's ready. Any
Questions?
Yeah, I have one. You talked about affordability housing. What dollar amount is affordability?
So one of the things that we're going to be studying is basically fixed income. So right now with SSI, of course, that fixed payment is $9.94 per month. So one of the things that we have to look at for real is that the best practice for federal guidelines is that somebody pays 30% of that income. So we really are going to start looking at apartments in that $300 to $450 range. Sometimes that might seem a little bit low, and in the past we've had things like HUD vouchers that could help kind of address that, but right now HUD vouchers are frozen. So we really have to talk about that conversation about how can we get some apartments that are at that $300 to $450 range here in Darke County.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anyone else? Well, thank you for your time. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
And then I'm next on the list for an entirely different topic as well. So Recently, I joined the board of Main Street Greenville and have been working with Dolores, the mayor, on that board to help try to bring together some solutions to kind of revitalize downtown and to kind of give the business owners, the merchants, the building owners something to work towards. So recently, we've launched a new initiative. It's a new application that it's called Slack. It's actually not something that we've built, but it's a communication platform for all who are involved in Main Street. So that's your building owners, your merchants, everybody with a storefront. Currently, we've got about 40 different businesses along Main Street that are represented in Slack, and it's been a great communication tool, collaboration tool for all the business owners together to kind of, talk, collaborate, figure things out. It was a lifesaver for the Artisan Stroll a couple Fridays ago, being able to communicate and just get information out to everybody and get everybody on the same page. Recently, we actually had a store owner who just posted in Slack to the general community to, hey, look out for counterfeit bills that could be coming up as a result of, extra people coming in from the fair. So this has been so far a great tool to kind of bring the Main Street community together. I'm trying to get us focused and thinking about ourselves as one giant team that is trying to make, Greenville a destination, a place to come for, all the things that you can want to shop for or whatnot. So we have that going. We've also worked through the Artisan Stroll. I think it was a pretty successful Artisan Stroll. I chaired it this year. But wanted to give you an update on that as well. We launched experiencemainstreet.com, which was a digital component to the Artisan Stroll this year, and that included the ability to vote for Citizens' Choice winner for the artists this year, people who thought it was best. It also gave an interactive map to show where all the artisans were along Broadway, and from the latest metrics that I have, we had about 400 people during the Artisan Stroll hit that website. So we had some really great participation, and we look at the experiencemainstreet.com app potentially taking over the Main Street Greenville website to bring this to make it a year-long thing. So every merchant is represented on this interactive digital environment in this map, and it shows you the weather and everything. So if you're looking for things or wanting something to do in Greenville, Main Street is definitely open for business, and I think we're definitely on the up and up. And I'd just like to give a shout out to the Main Street board, Angie Kreitzer, who has done an amazing job leading us. And we're kind of rebooting this thing, and it's getting exciting. So.
Great, thank you.
What's that again, the FLAC, is that
Slack, it's a collaborative, it's
FLAC or Slack?
Slack, S-L-A-C.
SLA, what?
Yep, S-L-A-C-K.
SLACK.
It's a business tool. A lot of businesses use it because Main Street's a 501c3. We were able to get 250 licenses for free. So we're using that to our advantage to get all the business owners involved. Again, it's awesome. It's on your phone. It's on your desktop. We can ping each other, any time of the day and work on things.
Picking up the slack in communication, right?
Yes, picking up the slack in communication, and so far it's showing results. So
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else wishing to address council?
I haven't been here in a while. I have a question for the city. What are you guys going to do?
Could you give your name for everyone, please?
Nikki Easton. I just want to know what we're going to do with all the cats. Now, because this is an issue. I moved down on Chestnut, the alley between Chestnut and Schweitzer. There is over 50 cats running loose in there. They're digging out the trash. You can't drive out the alley without running over trash. And that's where I park in the back. It's just unreal. It's nasty. There's people got trash piled up everywhere. You can't come into one end because the bushes will scratch your car when you come in because there's no space to go through it. I just, tired of seeing the cats tearing up all the trash bags down the alley and driving through the trash. I went through the other morning, there was like 50 cats. One of the neighbors got them all making babies under the shed. I mean, we got to keep our dogs in our yards. My dog stays in my yard. She's got an electric fence. She stays in. But you can't keep the cats out. I just, like to see something happen with all these cats. I mean, what can we do?
That's a great question. I mean, we've had different programs and funding available and
Well, they say
I
you
don't
can't
know
take
where-
them to the dog pound because they don't take them.
correct, yeah.
But I mean, they're just making babies and babies and babies. I see little ones all the time.
Yeah, I don't know the procedure for right now.
So the best thing that we have that we can offer is a TNR program through the Dark County Humane Society. So if you contact the Dark County Humane Society, they'll bring out traps and they'll trap those cats, and then they'll take them to the Humane Society,
we've got-
spay or neuter them.
7 neighbors that have cats, but one guy particularly has dozens of them and they're making babies constantly.
So they have to have permission, whatever property they trap them on, they have to have permission from that property owner.
Well, they can put them all on my yard. I
Yeah.
don't care.
So you can call them and then the
I'm
biggest
tired
thing
of them
is,
crawling on my car and digging out the trash and everything else, you know? Yeah, they sit on the cars and they get scratched and stuff and
But
they don't do nothing.
the TNR program is where they catch them and they neuter them. Then they'll bring them back and drop them off.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want them brought back off.
But it fixes the problem of them having babies and babies and babies.
Yeah, they are. They're just constantly having babies. And I mean, they think it's funny across the other side of the alley. I seen them out there think it's funny, throw out food for the cats. But they're digging out trash cans and stuff, you know. And there's some houses got trash piled up in their trees and stuff and all in the area. It's just horrible. We've been trying to keep ours cleaned and cleaned up stuff, you know, but you still got people. Okay, let's start.
They're not gonna go anywhere if you keep feeding them.
I don't feel.
I mean, no, I'm talking
Yeah.
to the general public.
But the neighbors,
Yeah.
they feed them constantly.
If they
think
keep
it's
feeding them,
funny.
they're not going anywhere.
No, they're not. They're getting fed. But I just tired of looking at them every day. If you gotta creep through the alley, I was like, hit the gas station. Never hit one yet, but you know. I just don't know what else to do with them. But I will call the,
That's the, that's the
I will see
standard.
what they can do.
Thanks, Vicki.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else wishing to address council?
I just really want to say thank you to Jason, who runs Greenville Crown. As many of you know, I was in the hospital for a while. I lost over 40-some pounds, and I'm still trying to gain the weight back. But I wanted to save up my energy to go to that artisan stroll on that Friday. And so I started down that side of the Broadway, and luckily Jason had tables and chairs. And so I was able to sit there for a while and regain my strength. And I talked to Jason, whatever. And then I continued on down to the front of the bank, and there was a vendor there who said, "Hey, sit here," because they could tell I wasn't feeling real well. And then I looked on down the street and there was no place to sit. And I told her, I said, "No, I guess I'm gonna go home because there's no place to sit." And so I crossed the street and I got over in front of the frame shop, and that lady knew me and she came out and she wondered why I looked so bad. And I said, "It's just that I need to sit down." And so somebody offered me their chair. But you know what? I was talking to somebody about that, and they said they tried the artisan stroll too, and they couldn't do it because there was no place to sit. So think of the injustice you are doing to the vendors as well as to the individuals who want to shop. Because I was grabbing hold of trash cans just to keep my balance. And is that what we want? That people bring their own chairs as you walk down Broadway? I learned my lesson. I was like, well, the next time I'll bring something to sit on. But I hope that someday you do reconsider about putting some benches or some other chairs back out for people to utilize, because like Shirley could have used it that Friday night.
All right.
Thank you. Anyone else? If not, we are going to move on to administrative reports. Mr. Mayor.
Thank you very much, Mr. Council President. First of all, I want to thank Dara Beaky Hardeman and from our Redemption Substance Abuse Recovery Center, another program that's in the area that can help with the problem of addiction and the other types of recovery that need to be, and I thank you very much for being here. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
I want to congratulate Quentin Grillo, our new firefighter who was sworn in yesterday. Quentin's going to be an excellent addition to our young fire staff. And I want to thank Chief and everyone who's providing an excellent training for these young firefighters, and appreciate them very much. The Ohio State Horseshoe Tournament coming up on Saturday, September 5th at Greenville City Park. They've hosted the Dark County Horseshoe Pitchers hosted the tournament on July 4th, the Ringer Classic. That was very successful. And they'll be back here on Labor Day weekend on the 5th, beginning at 10 o'clock. So want to invite everyone. Hopefully monsoon season will be over and we can have the tournament. So I want to thank also everyone in the community who's donated some much needed supplies to our neighbors over in Indiana, particularly in Wayne County. And a lot of the cleaning supplies are still being collected in front of Tribute Funeral Home at 1000 North Broadway. They'll be accepting donations through this Friday, August 21st. There's a list on online, post-disaster donations, every type of material needed: work gloves, scoop shovels, rubber boots, masks. This is a big mess over there in Wayne County. So I want to urge anyone who wishes to donate. There's a long list of items that can be donated. That list is at the funeral home and on the truck. Mops, 5-gallon buckets, batteries, clothing, baby items such as diapers, jarred food, wipes, lotions, socks, undergarments. They're even looking for heavy tarps and all types of concentrated cleaners. So those are the types of things you can donate, and we want to help out our neighbors in need. So I want to thank everybody in advance for answering the call. We've done a great job in the past of doing such, and I want to thank Eric Fee for heading up that effort there. And also just want to mention that tonight at the high school, there was a community night welcoming all the new staff, the new principals in our Greenville School District. The new Greenville Middle School Principal, Brent Short, our new Greenville High School Principal, Jordan Miller, and our new Greenville Elementary School Principal, Tricia Delaney. Were all there meeting, answering questions that were asked by the audience, and just had the opportunity to connect with the community. So that was a good event they had tonight, and that was at 6 o'clock. So would have liked to have been there, but we had other commitments. So with that, I pass.
Thank you. Safety Service Director, Mr. Dell.
Thank you, Mr. President. A lot of project updates for this evening. First, Schweitzer Street project, as we've discussed, is still ongoing with our easement, acquiring our easements. We are currently at 26 property owners signed, and we still have 14 left to go. For the contract, we have until the end of the year to get those other 14, and we think we'll get them on board. A lot of them are more the corporate type stores out there that have to send it to their lawyers to review before signing, but that way we can keep that Schweitzer project on schedule for our construction in late 2027. Our solids handling project is still going well. They actually put asphalt down at the plant today. We are a little behind on our tank clean out. I think 2 weeks ago we talked about we were cleaning out that tank. Well, with the rain, we are down to about 10% left to go, and we're flooded out right now. So we're waiting for the fields to dry before we can finish that, and then we can get that tank demoed out at the the landfill and get that project buttoned up here. It looks like probably late October we'll be all moved and done. So it's been a long, painful process, but we're getting there. We're making cake, which was the goal the whole time. So excited for that one. Water tower project is ongoing. They are maybe a little more behind since the last time we spoke about it, just due to the rain, but a lot of their work right now is on the internal plumbing of the tower. They still are thinking they're going to be ahead of schedule and probably be able to hand that over to us here late 2026 yet, maybe early 2027 at the latest. And then with that project, the Southtown Water Tower raising. So right now, we're working with a company on raising. We're basically doing an evaluation of the current structure, and we're more worried about the pillars that it all sit on to make sure it'll handle the extra weight that it's going to take to raise this tower. So once we get work through that, it's looking like we'll potentially be able to raise that tower the first part of next year, as long as everything works out engineering wise. Our lead line project, we had bid openings last week, so the bids came in extremely lower than engineers' estimate. So phase 1A was engineers' estimate at 7.3 million, and the project came in from the second page here. Gee whiz. 4.5 million. And phase 1B was engineered estimate at 5.9 million, and the project came in at 3.2 million. So substantially less than engineer's estimate. So we're excited about that. The company is Precision Infrastructure LLC. They're a huge company out of the Wisconsin area. And we kind of figured with this big of a project, we would probably get more national contractors, which is why we believe we got the better price. They've been doing lead lines up in the Chicago area for several years now, and they do a lot of gas work in the area. All the references checked out. So that is going to be on the agenda there for the accepting of those two bids. So just so everybody remembers and we're up to speed. So once we get the bids accepted, then we submit that to our funding, and then our funding will come in a couple months, and all the bids are contingent on getting the funding. If we don't get the funding, then we don't have to follow through with the bids. And then item number 3 there, that nationwide first responder grant. So the fire chief and I met with a gentleman named Mickey Smith, who owns Nationwide First Responders. So they're a grant writing company. There's a grant out there called the Safer Grants that allows municipalities to use it to hire personnel. So we are, if approved for them to write this grant, we're applying for 3 firefighters. So how the grant would be structured, if awarded, there's a lot of ifs with this. Year 1 and year 2 are a 75-25 match. So the grant would pay for 75%, the city would pay for 25%, and that includes wages, benefits, retirement, everything for firefighters. And then in year 3, it's a 65-45 split. So currently, at our fire department, we've talked about this joint district and this merger and the current financial state of the city. I have not allowed the chief to hire the personnel he needs. Right now, we are at 15 full-time firefighters, and we have one that is, we're at 16. We have one that's probably going to be retiring here in the next couple months. Typically, we run 6 per shift. Right now, we're only running 5 per shift. And that has created a lot of overtime costs. So we're spending all the money in overtime that we could be spending in personnel. So this is I'll call it a Band-Aid as we kind of work through the discussions with a merger or a joint district or buying ambulances. The options are endless that we can continue to speak on these. But we have to make sure as a city, we are set up to handle our own fire protection, and this will help us buy us basically 3 years to be fully staffed and to be able to go down that route. New fire engine. It was actually in the building for 3 days over the weekend. We received it on Thursday evening. It actually left Monday morning to go to Cleveland. So First it goes to Cleveland, all the equipment, extrication equipment and things like that are switched over to the new truck. We'll pick it up from there in Cleveland on Friday, and then it'll spend about a week to 2 weeks at Atlantic down in Springboro. So Atlantic's basically like the dealer for the manufacturing of a fire truck. So basically, once it drives here from Wisconsin, they go through, they change all the fluids, they check everything out once it has some miles on it. And there were some things at the factory that needed to be repaired that they're going to finalize on that. And then we'll be able to put it in service here probably end of the month, 1st of September. But I would say like once I toured the whole thing, and you do have to tour it, it's that big. There's a lot to it. I understand why it was $1.3 million. As far as from a fire standpoint, and Chief can fill you in way more than I can on this, but just the capabilities for the city are amazing. You know, so it's going to replace 2 trucks. We're going to be able to take 2 trucks out of service to put this 1 truck in. And really, it's going to replace about 2.5 trucks, because we're going to be able to put all of our extrication equipment on it. We're going to be able to do grass fires. We're going to be able to fill bottles with it. And then we're going to be able to put all of our climbing gear for like life safety, hazmat. It's really going to be a one-stop shop truck, and it's amazing. I won't say it was worth every penny, but I understand why it was so many pennies at this point. So can't wait to show that to all of you once it gets in. Our phase 4 sidewalks are on schedule to start mid-September, and then our 2026 maintenance paving is scheduled for late September to start that project. There is under the supplemental, so our urban paving project, which is going to take place next April, which will do the traffic circle down Broadway, down Washington to Pine, for that extra $13,000. So basically it's an 80-20 split between ODOT and the city because it's on a state highway. The bids came in a little higher than the engineer's estimate for ODOT, so that's just to cover that additional expense. So the total project's about $1 million. It's going to cost the city about $270,000 for that portion of paving. And then just to update you all on the fire training, the county fire chief's fire training facility, since all of you had a lot to do with that and the land. Most of the containers are actually on site, and there's a crane scheduled for August 31st to start setting those containers. And they'll have the containers set in about a day, and then they have to bolt them all together and do all the rest of the work, which will take about an additional week. And with that, I will answer any questions, but I will pass.
Any questions for Mr. Delk? Water tower, I know you had mentioned it before, but what's the life expectancy on either one?
On a tower? So 75 years is like a life expectancy when you build a tower. Our south tower was built in 1952, so it's there, a little past that. Because we've kept up on the maintenance on it so well, they said once we raise it, they would think it would last another 50 years.
Wow.
So it's all about the care, really, and keeping the coatings on and doing the annual maintenance.
All right. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Moving on, Law Director, Mr. Reeman.
Thank you, Mr. Council President. I just wanted to touch on one of the topics that's kind of been out recently. I know that there was an information center regarding data centers and some of the zoning. That is something that the city is looking at, so I'm reviewing different options that we have with that. Once we kind of make a determination on what makes sense, that will go through the Planning and Zoning Commission, and then they would make a recommendation to council for you guys to approve those zoning changes. But did want to let you know that it is something that we're paying attention to and looking at what our various options are for that. Additionally, as was mentioned earlier when we were talking about the agenda, I do just need an executive session tonight for litigation and a conference with an attorney. It's under 121-22G3, which I'll take at the end of call of council.
Very good. Questions for the Law Director? Okay, thank you. Auditor, Mrs. Davis.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just, Ryan touched on the supplemental, and then we did have an addition. I believe Nancy had already sent that out to you guys, but just wanted to call attention to the Water Systems Revenue Fund. We did increase that capital improvement money by $1,500. They had another expense that needed to happen, copier blew, so we bought a used one, but it's in really good shape, so we did need to increase that. And other than that, I will pass, but I will take any questions.
All righty, thank you.
Thank you.
Moving on, committee reports. We have nothing scheduled for this evening. Move on to ordinances and resolutions. We do have 8 on the agenda for tonight. The first is a supplemental ordinance.
An ordinance to make additional appropriations for current expenses and other expenditures of the City of Greenville, State of Ohio during the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2026. This supplemental ordinance appropriates funds as follows. From the General Fund, Office Supplies, IT, $1,006. These funds are needed to replenish IT items, and these funds were received from miscellaneous items being sold on Gov Deals. Professional Services Fire, $3,000. These funds are needed to retain grant application writing services for the Safer Grant Program. From the Waterworks System Revenue Fund, new equipment waterworks system revenue, $55,500. These funds are needed for the purchase of 250 meters to install in conjunction with the lead line replacement project and a share of the replacement copier in the utilities office. The State Highway Fund, new equipment state highway, $13,432. These funds are needed due to bids coming in higher than the estimate for the DAR 49 two-lane resurfacing. From the Park Fund, new equipment park, $13,000. These funds are needed for the purchase of pond aerators and playground equipment. These funds were received from the Gloria Snell Fund for the Greenville City Park at the Dark County Foundation.
Move to suspend the rules and give this ordinance second and third reading by title only.
Motion by Mr. Rogers to suspend the rules, give this ordinance a second, third reading by title only. Discussion? Call the roll.
Kendall?
Yes.
Norris?
Yes.
Rogers?
Yes.
Wellman?
Yes.
Ely? Yes. Godwin?
Yes.
An ordinance to make additional appropriations for current expenses and other expenditures of the City of Greenville, State of Ohio during the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2026. An ordinance to make additional appropriations for current expenses and other expenditures for the City of Greenville, State of Ohio during the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2026.
Motion to adopt?
Motion by Mr. Norris to adopt the ordinance. Discussion?
Yeah, Ryan, are they staying with census with the meters? Are they going to the iPearls?
iPearls, correct.
That's the 54,000 for the meters?
Yeah, 50.
Yeah, for 250 of them.
And it's not.
So our plan is we're gonna, since we're gonna have 2,000 lead service lines, our plan is the contractor will replace all those meters, so we'll at least have 2,000 of
So
the
you save
6,000.
money by putting those.
Correct.
$216 a piece, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
Price from before.
Yeah.
That was a lot higher, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, in the threes.
And,
Three to
yeah,
four.
iPearls are supposed to be more than what the ones we have now.
Yes, the iPros are a little more. The meters we have now are discontinued, so
Yeah.
we have to switch to the our Pros. But same company, same census. We use the same antenna system. Nothing really changes there. We can program them the same way. It's just their new model.
The old ones are 15 years out, 15 to 20, 15
Yeah.
to 18 now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Further discussion? Got a motion to adopt? Call the roll.
Kendall?
Yes.
Norris?
Yes.
Rogers?
Yes.
Wellman?
Yes.
Ely? Yes. Godwin?
Yes.
Okay, number 2, we have a transfer ordinance.
An ordinance for the transfer of funds among the appropriations of various funds of the City of Greenville. This ordinance authorizes the transfer of $2,000 from the swimming pool chemicals to swimming pool utilities in order to pay the pool utility bills until the end of the year.
Make a motion to suspend the rules on this ordinance and read it by title only, second and third time.
Motion by Mr. Godwin to suspend the rules, give this ordinance a second, third reading by title only. Discussion? Call the roll.
Kendall?
Yes.
Norris?
Yes.
Rogers?
Yes.
Willman.
Yes.
Ely.
Yes.
Godwin.
Yes.
An ordinance for the transfer of funds among the appropriations of the various funds of the city of Greenville. An ordinance for the transfer of funds among the appropriations of the various funds of the city of Greenville.
Move to adopt the ordinance.
Motion by Mr. Rogers to adopt the ordinance. Discussion? Call the roll.
Kindle.
Yes.
Norris.
Yes.
Rogers.
Yes.
Willman.
Yes.
Ely. Yes. Godwin.
Yes.
Number 3, we have a resolution to enter into contract with Nationwide First Responder Grants.
A resolution authorizing the Safety Service Director and Fire Chief to enter into an agreement for professional services with Nationwide First Responder Grants, LLC. This resolution authorizes the Safety Service Director and Fire Chief to enter into a contract with Nationwide First Responder Grant, LLC for professional services pertaining to the Staffing Adequate Fire Response Safer Grant Program.
Move to suspend the rules and give this resolution second, third reading by title only.
Motion by Mr. Rogers to suspend the rules, give this resolution second, third reading by title only. Discussion? Call the roll.
Kindle.
Yes.
Norris.
Yes.
Rogers.
Yes.
Willman.
Yes.
Ely. Yes. Godwin.
Yes.
A resolution authorizing the Safety Service Director and Fire Chief to enter into an agreement for professional services with Nationwide First Responders Grant, LLC. A resolution authorizing the Safety Service Director and Fire Chief to enter into an agreement for professional services with Nationwide First Responder Grant, LLC.
Motion to adopt the resolution.
Motion by Mr. Norris to adopt the resolution. Discussion? Call the roll.
Kindle.
Yes.
Norris.
Yes.
Rogers.
Yes.
Willman.
Yes.
Ely.
Yes.
Godwin.
Yes.
Number 4, we have a resolution authorizing to advertise bids for sanitary sewer grouting.
A resolution authorizing bidding for sanitary sewer grouting. This resolution authorizes the Safety Service Director to advertise for bids for the sanitary sewer grouting.
Make a motion to suspend the rules on this resolution and read it by title only, second, third time.
Motion by Mr. Godwin to suspend the rules, give this resolution second, third reading by title only. Discussion? Call the roll.
Kindle.
Yes.
Norris.
Yes.
Rogers.
Yes.
Willman.
Yes.
Ely. Yes. Godwin.
Yes.
A resolution authorizing bidding for sanitary sewer grouting. A resolution authorizing bidding for sanitary sewer grouting.
Make a motion to adopt the resolution.
Motion by Mr. Kendall to adopt the resolution. Discussion? Call the roll.
Kindle.
Yes.
Norris.
Yes.
Rogers.
Yes.
Willman.
Yes.
Ely. Yes. Godwin.
Yes.
Okay, number 5, we have a resolution for a then and now certificate for Walls Asphalt.
A resolution authorizing a then and now certificate for Walls Asphalt Manufacturing Incorporated. This resolution authorizes the payment of 5 invoices with post-dated purchase orders to Walls Asphalt Manufacturing Incorporated that when combined total $7,231.12.
Make a motion to suspend the rules on this resolution and read it by title only, second, third time.
Motion by Mr. Godwin to suspend the rules, give this resolution second, third reading by title only. Discussion? Call the roll.
Kindle.
Yes.
Norris.
Yes.
Rogers.
Yes.
Willman.
Yes.
Ely. Yes. Godwin.
Yes.
A resolution authorizing a then and now certificate for Walls Asphalt Manufacturing Incorporated. A resolution authorizing a then and now certificate for Walls Asphalt Manufacturing Incorporated.
Move to adopt the resolution.
Motion by Mr. Rogers to adopt the resolution. Discussion? Call the roll.
Kindle.
Yes.
Norris.
Yes.
Rogers.
Yes.
Willman.
Yes.
Ely. Yes. Godwin.
Yes.
Number 6, we have a resolution to accept bids for Phase 1 of the lead line replacement.
A resolution accepting the Precision Infrastructure LLC bid for Phase 1A of the lead line service and small diameter water main replacement project. This resolution authorizes the Safety Service Director to accept the bid from Precision Infrastructure LLC in the amount of $4,479,170 for Phase 1A of the lead line project.
Move to suspend the rules, give this resolution second, third reading by title only.
Motion by Mr. Rogers to suspend the rules, give this resolution second, third reading by title only. Discussion? Call the roll.
Kindle.
Yes.
Norris.
Yes.
Rogers?
Yes.
Willman?
Yes.
Ely?
Yes.
Godwin?
Yes.
A resolution accepting the Precision Infrastructure LLC bid for Phase 1A of the lead service line and small diameter water main replacement project. A resolution accepting the Precision Infrastructure LLC bid for Phase 1A of the lead service line and small diameter water main replacement project.
Motion to adopt the resolution.
Motion by Mr. Godwin to adopt the resolution. Discussion? Call the roll.
Kendall?
Yes.
Norris?
Yes.
Rogers?
Yes.
Willman?
Yes.
Ely?
Yes.
Godwin?
Yes.
I do have one question. How soon, or you may have mentioned it, but how soon do we plan to start on that?
As soon as the funding gets approved,
Okay.
probably before
I
years.
mean, if it,
Yeah.
if-
So there's some of this lead line project that has to be completed by April of 2027 because of the urban paving project down in
Right.
Washington.
okay, very good, thank you.
So that's kind of working together, the paving projects and
Paving, sidewalks, and lead lines are all kind of tied in there. Yes.
Okay, number 7, resolution to accept bids for Phase 1B of the lead line replacement.
A resolution accepting the Precision Infrastructure LLC bid for Phase 1B of the lead service line and small diameter water main replacement project. This resolution authorizes the Safety Service Director to accept a bid from Precision Infrastructure LLC in the amount of $3,243,030 for Phase 1B of the lead line project.
Move to suspend the rules and give this resolution second, third reading by title only.
Motion by Mr. Rogers to suspend the rules, give this resolution second, third reading by title only. Discussion? Call the roll.
Kendall?
Yes.
Norris?
yes.
Rogers?
Yes.
Willman?
Yes.
Ely?
Yes.
Godwin?
Yes.
A resolution accepting the Precision Infrastructure LLC bid for Phase 1B of the lead service line and small diameter water main replacement project. A resolution accepting the Precision Infrastructure LLC bid for Phase 1B of the lead service line and small diameter water main replacement project.
Make a motion to adopt the resolution.
Motion by Mr. Kendall to adopt the resolution. Discussion? Call the roll.
Kendall?
Yes.
Norris?
Yes.
Rogers?
Yes.
Willman?
Yes.
Ely?
Yes.
Godwin?
Yes.
And number 8, we have a resolution authorizing mayor to enter into contract with Brethren Retirement Community.
A resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into a contract with the Brethren Retirement Community to provide transit services. This resolution authorizes the mayor to enter into contract with the Brethren Retirement Community to provide transit services at a cost of $22.65 per person each way.
Motion to suspend the rules on this resolution and read it by title only, second, third time.
Motion by Mr. Godwin to suspend the rules, give this resolution second, third reading by title only. Discussion? Call the roll.
Kendall?
Yes.
Norris?
Yes.
Rogers?
Abstain.
Willman?
Yes.
Ely?
Yes.
Godwin?
Yes.
Just the first reading on that then.
Okay. That concludes the ordinances and resolutions. Moving on to new business. Nothing scheduled there, nothing under old business. We'll move on, our council representative outside committee for the Greenville Union Cemetery, Mr. Woolman.
That's me. Okay, give you an update of what's been going on lately. Greenville Union Cemetery will be planting another 20 trees this fall, which is still part of the replacements from the trees destroyed by a tornado. The cemetery is open 2 new areas. Section 34 is a regular burial. That's going to be as if you're going from the old cemetery to the new, as you come into those couple little side streets, basically before you get to the main entrance, they're going to extend one of the sections on back, open up another plotting area. So we've had interest in that area for people that want to buy plots. So we're going to open that up. And now it's going to be a little time to be able to get that street finished in, because it'll be a street that'll continue on back and turn again back to the west. So
Back to the new section.
back to the new section, yeah. And then also, there's going to be an area called Pine Grove, which will be for natural burials. And that's going to be before you get to the new part of the cemetery, down there along the tree line, probably there before you get down to the new area. So that's all a little bit different. Those plots will be bigger, and everything that goes in there is all natural. It's you can use basket, you can use cardboard for people to, without a coffin or what do you call it? So we've had interest in people, and people want that. So they're going to have an area for that. They're going to be a bigger plot so that there's no, doesn't blend together, put it that way. These areas, let's see. Then there's also the areas along the Columbarium. A lot of people are interested in those, and we've been filling those up. There's still room left, located at the pavilion. If you've been out there for a long time, we put up basically a shelter, and during bad weather, they'll have canvas sides, and people like that. The funeral homes like it, so they can get people together in an area where it's more safe and structured. So that works out really well. So all these are things that are changes going on for the needs that people want in the future of the business. So this is an unusual year for mowing. Normally by August, the staff spot mows, and sometimes maybe they don't even do that. But now the rain keeps coming and the mowers keep running. So but the place looks great. This also means more cost to maintain the cemetery grounds. Coming up soon, anyone interested will be for deer hunting. The lottery is going to be, you have to register for the lottery to bow hunt only on cemetery land. And this is every year the highway safety, state highway safety always recommends that we do it because there's so many people hit deers down along that creek area and wooded area that comes along with the cemetery. So it's something that is done every year. But if you want to get in and register for that, interested in bow hunting, so you got to do that during the office hours, normal office hours, Monday through Thursday, 9 to 3:30. The cemetery is doing well. Of course, the tornado damage, like everything else, costs a huge amount of money, probably over $100,000. So the funds are down a little bit, but they're still good. Checking accounts around 78,000. Capital improvement accounts 24,000 plus. The mausoleum account is 33,000 plus. And all together, that's 137,000 to the good. So that's my report. Anybody have any questions?
Okay, thank you. Communications.
Council received the monthly report for July from the Income Tax Department, the Street Department, and the Transit Department.
All right, let's call down the council.
Kendall?
Yes, I'd just like to thank all the guests that came tonight, the department heads that are here. Also, prayers and thoughts to the students, teachers going back to school, back to colleges for their safety and well-being. And with that, I pass.
Norris?
Yeah, thanks everybody for attending. We appreciate it. And then kind of piggyback on Mr. Kendall, it's like, it's time for Go Wave time. Football program is winding up. I got one in soccer and one in volleyball. So there's quite an active agenda out there for this season. So we wish all the students, not only in Greenville, but throughout the county well. And with that, I will pass.
Rogers?
Yes, tonight I came down through Broadway and I was a little disappointed I didn't see any benches. And is there a date when those benches will be put back up?
Or him.
No, none that I can think of. I publicly stated reasons why, and I think I made it very clear, but there's a lot to that. went behind removing the benches, and it had to do with child safety, and we'll just leave it at that. Read about it in the papers.
We got 2 events coming up here before too long for the first part of September. One of them is the First Friday, and the other one is the car show that's downtown. And so myself, I'd like to see them put up by that time. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Wellman?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing them myself come back uptown, no doubt. They look great up there. Congratulations to Quentin Guerrero, firefighter. It's nice that they're showing interest in the Greenville Fire Department. Be nice to have that grant coming up, so that'd be pretty cool to get some more people involved, becoming firefighters. Normally, I always say that thanks to all of our administration, appreciate all the work being done, and all the people who work for the city. They do a great job, so appreciate that. I have talking about the Greenville school system, I have a granddaughter that's will be starting teaching elementary this year, so it's kind of interesting little thing for us. So my daughter, and my granddaughter will be teaching, so that's interesting. So anyway, I'll pass with that.
Ely? Yes, I too want to thank everybody for attending council. And I also want to say that sometimes it doesn't seem like we move very quickly, but it is always a process. There's a process that takes place behind the counter, all the work that's done by all the officials that give their report here, the mayor, the safety service director, our law director and our auditor and our clerk themselves. There's a lot of work that goes into presenting this agenda. And then there's a lot of decision-making that needs to whatever, if people don't always understand. It takes sometimes, and it takes time to read this. It's hard to, because everybody wants everything done quickly. Well, that's not always in our best interest. So I just say to those who are watching and those who are sitting in the audience, it's just like a good cake. It takes time to bake. So thank you very much. And with that, I pass. Godwin?
Yeah, I'd just like to thank everybody for coming up and commenting tonight. And the Dark County Fair is going to be starting. And it's going to be a lot more traffic here in town. And, be safe for that. And with that, I'll pass.
President Schmidt?
I too would like to thank everyone for coming up this evening. I had some good interaction again this evening. We do appreciate that. Like it's been mentioned a few times, school will be starting up, but they've already started some contests down at the stadium, the tennis courts. There's already sporting events that have been taking place, meetings at the school. So, be well aware of that. And as Mr. Godwin said, the fair traffic, I didn't look, and I apologize for that. Do we have a map on what they're doing this year as far as directional stuff? Is that
It's the same.
Okay. So, be aware of that. That'll be coming up, and hopefully they got the water under control out here. Jeez, it's been a mess. So,
Mr. President.
yes.
Mr. President, if I may, I forgot to ask to motion to excuse the absences for the month of August.
All right. Motion by Mr. Norris to excuse the absences for the month of August. Discussion? Call the roll.
Kendall?
Yes.
Norris?
Yes.
Rogers?
Yes.
Wellman?
Yes.
Ely? Yes. Godwin?
Yes.
Okay, we need a motion to rise to executive for 121.22G3. Is that correct?
So moved.
Conference with an attorney.
Okay. Motion by Mr. Rogers. We rise to executive. Discussion? Call the roll.
Kendall?
Yes.
Norris?
Yes.
Rogers?
Yes.
Wellman?
Yes.
Ely? Yes. Godwin?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.